He Blasted Me with Science is an episode that I hesitate to call a filler episode. Since this is the second episode of the season, and that the title is what it is, I was expecting this episode to do nothing more than introduce the Megazord while also giving a tiny oversimplified moral. However, unlike the traditional filler episode, He Blasted Me with Science doesn't seem to devote itself to one clear-cut message. The episode revolves around the aliens looming over Earth, trying to better understand the humans in order to conquer them. One of the alien generals, Creepox, says that the humans are weak since he propositioned Troy for a fight, who declined, refusing to fight for the sake of fighting. The other aliens disagree with Creepox, saying he is just as weak for not destroying Troy right there, and instead decide to send one of their scientists down to Earth to capture groups of humans and dissect them to discover their strengths and weaknesses. In order to accomplish such a task, the scientist can actually separate himself into several flying saucers and proceeds to go around collecting people. But one of the saucers gets noticed by Gia and Jake, who are walking home from school. Gia brings up that they should probably contact the others, but Jake says that they can take this thing, so they follow the saucer to where all the humans are being kept. The two morph and try to fight off the scientist, but become overwhelmed by Loogies and call the other Rangers for help. Once the rest of the team arrives, they defeat the Loogies and proceed to take the scientist head-on. What I like about this fight is that the scientist continues to take notes on everything that takes the Rangers down, such as kinetic attacks and fire blasts. Eventually, the Rangers are able to get the upper hand in the fight, but before they can finish the scientist off, the alien leader sends down bionic zombats that attach themselves to the scientist and cause him to grow. The Rangers are unsure of what to do before Gosei gives them new power cards to call their Mechazords. The scientist splits into flying saucers and begins his assault on the Rangers, who are trying to take down as many saucers as they can. This is hands down the best way to introduce the individual Zords, since each Zord is taking on more than one saucer on land, in the sky, and underwater. With all but one saucer destroyed, the scientist reappears and Gosei instructs the Rangers to form the Gosei Great Megazord. And while the name is silly, I actually like the way this Megazord looks. True, it's not as cool as other Megazords, but at least it looks like it can move and fight, which is more than I can say for the Samurai Megazord. Also, this Megazord has detachable hands and feet that can attack separately, and it can fly, which is a plus. Long story short, the Rangers defeat the scientist, and the episode ends with Gia saying that working together is important. The reason I feel this episode has no clear message is because the one about teamwork is not nearly repeated enough for it to become relevant to the episode. A message that I think fits better is the very subtle one about how wrong it is to experiment on living creatures. That message, the Zord fight, and the uniquely new idea of the aliens wanting to study humans for better conquest make this an episode worth watching.